Welcome to a live look inside the Hawks' nest for the Humber Hawks home opener against the Fanshawe Falcons. The Hawks trying to get off a little bit of a schneid here, starting off the year 0-3 as they look to get their first win over the 2-2 Fanshawe Falcons. My name's Adam Lucier, joining me my broadcasting partner Matt Caldwell and the referees along for the ride. And it's going to be a big one here for the Hawks. They started last year 17-0, starting off this year 0-3. So for Samson Downey and this squad, big opportunity here to get back to their winning ways at home.
Yeah, a little bit different. Not really what they're used to start the season off. So, yeah, they're going to look to get themselves in the W column here against Fanshawe.
We're going to turn things over to Tyler Biggs, the PA announcer, as we get ready for the Humber Hawks home opener.
At this time, guys, please stand and remove your hats for the play of our national anthem.
And with that national anthem, we'll get a look at your starters.
Number 2, John McKenzie. Number 3, Michael Valentine. Number 8, Dr. Austin. And 15, Anami Drew. And 22, Alfred Johnson. And President Johnson, Let's give it a
Well, there you have it, your starters for the Humber Hawks home opener. A tough start to the year for the Hawks. Trying to make right here at home. Moments away from tip-off here. It appears as though Alfred Johnson gonna jump for the Falcons. Big Jimmy Rich for the Hawks. Falcons, Hawks, underway. First touch goes to Jalen Morgan. Cy Samuel now with it. Big veteran presence for the Hawks here. Jimmy Rich looking to go for the basket there, nothing doing. Cy Samuel now with it.
Really good defensive boards there by the big man Samuels.
First points of the day off the hands of Jimmy Rich, 2-0 Hawks. Let's see what the Falcons have as a response. DeAndre Austin with it now. He'll find his man Kendi. There's Maletich, got to look for him. He's a sharpshooter. In the corner goes Maletich in the corner. Makes good. And for the Humber Hawks, he's one to keep your eye on.
Yeah, Maletich leading the team with 28 points per game, so it's one to watch out for, as you said.
Cy Samuel finds Fauzi Muhammad. Nice move there. He'll kick it back out. Inside it goes. Jimmy Rich makes no mistake.
Really good ball movement here by the Hawks to start this one off, as everybody has gotten an opportunity to put hands on the ball.
Maletich working against Cathcart there. From three, that's good. John Kendi. Both teams traded baskets here early.
Yeah, just the Falcons off to a little bit stronger start with both of their baskets coming beyond the arc.
This one into the corner for Cathcart. Travel called. So we'll take a look at one of those Falcons three-pointers. That's a nice shot from the corner, catch and shoot. Maletich is there. A lot of contact on the far side of that floor. John Kendi gets his first foul of the day. Kendi and Maletich with a three-pointer for the Falcons.
And we'll see the job that both teams can do to keep themselves off the foul sheet.
The Hawks have had difficulty finding their way to the foul line early on in this season. We'll see how much contact they can draw here as Cathcart works hard towards the basket. Ripped away by the Falcons, and they'll come back on the fast break. Johnson looking for help here. Trying to do it himself, turn it around. That one rolls out. Defensive rebound for Jimmy Rich.
Yeah, good defense under the basket here for the Hawks as they're going to try to get the three-pointer. No good, but a good offensive rebound.
Nice work by the Falcons there. Yajulu on the block. Here's Maletich. Nice layup there. Maletich making an impression on the Hawks early. Jalen Morgan. That one just rims out. Back away comes a Kendi. Maletich once again. No good on that attempt. His first miss of the day.
Good offensive rebound there by 22, Johnson.
Cathcart takes that one away. Give it a go with Fauzi. Able to bank in that easy layup.
So far, Humber doing a really good job getting that ball to the basket.
It's been an offensive showcase thus far. Johnson working hard. Tony Marco Tullio, head coach of the Falcons, urging his team to get going. You see that last give and go there. Nice touch by Fauzi. Bit of a delay in the action as we await these free throws there by Alfred Johnson. A 10-6 ball game here. Just over 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. A fast-paced one similar to what we saw out of the women in game 1 tonight. Cy Samuel with the rock, gives it up to Falsey. Here's Kevin O2. Jalen Morgan on the inside. Offensive foul called. It'll go back the other way.
Unfortunate there for Jalen Morgan as he tried to do his best. Drive hard at that basket.
Take a look at the handiwork of the Fanshawe Falcons. They've showcased some strong ball movement so far in this game. This Hawks defense is going to have to be sharp.
Good look at the sharp defense there from the Hawks.
The sharpshooter, Malatic, misses on that one. Here's Johnson with it now. Working hard against Cy Samuel. Inside it goes. Kick out to the corner. Malatic makes good. He's been hot just as he's been all year. Back come the Hawks. Cy Samuel inside. Jalen Morgan tries to go up. Ball didn't go with him. DeAndre Austin finds Malatic. That one off the mark.
And it's very clear here that these Fanshawe Falcons are going to go to number 3 Malatic quite often, as he's had the most opportunities so far early in this one.
Cy Samuel on the baseline, working hard. That one off the top of the backboard, won't drop.
Doing his best there baseline, just couldn't get enough help there. As once again, the Falcons trying to go to Malatic, this time going out of bounds.
Yeah, you touched on it, Matt. You better believe that ball is going to find its way to Malatic more often than not when it comes to these possessions. He's been dynamite, especially from those corners. Look for that Humber Hawks defense to pay a little bit more attention on the perimeter as this game wears on.
Yeah, whoever Coach Downey gets to guard number 3 is going to have a real important task here in this one tonight. As the Falcons are off to an early lead here, 13-6.
Here's Falsey. Dish it off. Kevin O2 now with it. Here's Falsey against Malatic. Puts up a 3. That one will lip out. DeAndre Austin back the other way.
Yeah, he did a really good job of creating enough space for him to get a good look. Just couldn't get it to drop.
Austin misses short on that attempt. Rebound by O2. Falsey in the corner it goes. That's Trey Wilson. Possession going the way of the Falcons.
Yeah, unfortunately for Humber there, that pass just sneaking out of bounds.
It's been a rapid fire start to this one. You see Austin dribble it up for the Falcons. Austin working against Samuel here. Inside it goes. There's a basket for Adrian Stevens.
Really good effort there by Kevin O2 going up for that block. Getting maximum height on that jump. Just couldn't get enough of the ball there.
So we see that last play. A whole lot of contact under the rim. Nice work by the Falcons. And Stevens to get that up and in. Khalid Ismail over to Trey Wilson. Here's Falsey, has some space, kicks it out. Good from distance, Khalid Ismail. The Hawks back within 6 here after that Ismail 3. Stevens with it in the corner for the Falcons, guarded by Trey Wilson. Working hard towards the paint, able to tip that one in. Stevens with his second bucket of this contest. Falsey working hard, had it stripped by Malatic. Trying to kick this one back out, ripped away by Falsey. Hawks have numbers. Taking the contact there, DeAndre Austin. Austin will take the blocking foul there. So we take a look at that Ismail 3.
Yeah,
Nothing
good
but
look
that.
there by Ismail. Doing a really good job is Humber moving that ball around, giving him the room he needs to make that 3.
This game flying by, 3.5 to go. A big shot there by the veteran Jalen Morgan, good for 2.
Yeah, Jalen Morgan, big, strong body. He's gonna do everything he can to get himself.
Hawthorne Waite, no good from distance. Back the other way, Trey Wilson.
More good ball movement here by Humber.
Daquan Kaskar, shifty as ever. A pretty looking layup cuts the lead to 4.
Yeah, Kaskar with the quick hands to get that ball up and around and in. For the 2 as that cuts the lead to 4.
Austin working hard to get to the basket. He'll be rewarded. And 1 for number 8. Talked about the big body of Jalen Morgan. Falcons have some big fellas of their own, showcasing it there. DeAndre Austin doing everything he could to find his way to the rim. A 3-point play for Austin, lead up to 7 now for the Fanshawe Falcons. Jalen Morgan calling for Trey Wilson. That's off the mark. On the other way, it's Austin once again. Trying to put it back in a big way was Johnson. Couldn't do it. Daquan Kaskar, Jalen Morgan. Jimmy Rich now on the baseline. Nice pass to find Kevin O2. That 3-point attempt comes up short. Johnson back the other way. Taking some contact there from Jimmy Rich. Pace beginning to slow just a tad here. 8 on the shot clock. That one's put up. Off the mark it goes. Here's Kaskar. Nice move by Kaskar, just couldn't get the finish.
Yeah, good try there by Kaskar. Had a tough angle to try to go in off the glass. Just couldn't quite get the good solid bounce he needed.
Possession gonna remain with the Hawks here. Trey Wilson, let's see what he has in store. Gonna put one up. Just off the mark there. Nice work by Jimmy Rich to corral that. Kevin O2 with the offensive rebound. Wilson works hard, draws contact, gonna be an offensive foul.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there for Humber. Has really good defense there to get those 2 offensive boards. Just was unable to capitalize on it.
Trey Wilson out, Khalid Ismail in for the Hawks. Trailing by 7, a look there at head coach Tony Marco Tullio. Animated as ever. Demands a lot out of his players, and they've performed pretty well tonight. Hawthorne Waite directing his side. On the inside, it's Johnson. That one comes up short. 2 Hawks jump up for the rebound. It's Morgan away with it.
And the Hawks doing a good job recognizing that Johnson is going to be the one they're going to underneath the basket and applying the effective triple team.
Morgan puts 2 on the board for the Hawks, lead now 5. Trying to go inside. Austin corrals it once again. O2 got a hand on that one. In the corner, Khalid Ismail. Daquan Kaskar comes up short on that 3-pointer attempt. 35 seconds remain. It's Maletic. Looking for Austin, finds him. Johnson working against Jimmy Rich on the baseline.
Once again, Fanshawe going with their big body, number 22, Johnson. when it comes to that ball down low at the baseline. So far, he's been pretty effective drawing fouls and putting the ball in the basket.
For the Falcons, it's really been that 1-2 punch of Johnson and Malatic. If they're going to work on the inside, they're throwing it to Johnson under the basket. And if you want to double team, guard him up, sure, we'll kick it out to Malatic, and he'll be shooting from 3 all day long. A two-headed beast so far for these Fanshawe Falcons. And you got to think for Samson Downey, there's going to be some adjustments to be made. Kevin O2 is going to take a seat. We'll get our first look at Justice Salmon, making his Hawks Nest debut. Number 8 in white.
Yeah, quite a few Humber players making their home debuts tonight, and he's one of them.
Fauzi from distance, that's good. How about that shot? Curry-like with the range. That one just gets away, no good. A big shot from Fauzi to conclude quarter number 1 will bring the lead to 4. Fanshawe Falcons leading the Humber Hawks here in the home opener.
And the Falcons just getting off to a little bit better of a start, able to find some three-pointers to drop, as that's pretty much been the difference maker here. Also, I would say that Humber just has to worry about avoiding those offensive fouls a little bit more, as a couple times they drew the offensive foul and sadly weren't able to get anything out of it.
Yeah, during that 0-3 start, it's pretty easy to point the fingers different ways, but fouls could certainly be a big part of it. Obviously, we've seen some offensive fouls today, but on the other side of things, coming into today, Humber has been to the free throw line just 49 times. That's the second lowest total in the entire OCAA. So however way you could do it, maybe time to try to find your way to the line, try to draw contact. Something that could certainly help you in a tight game like this.
Right, and it's interesting to see if it was teams just playing really, really good defense, or Humber just not doing what they can.
Samson Downey entering his second season as the leader of the Humber Hawks basketball team. He led the program to a CCAA bronze and OCAA silver in his first season. He became the first coach to medal at the Nationals in his first year. The 2018 team won 17 straight to begin the 2018 season. Certainly a far cry from their 0-3 start this year, but certainly a long way to go.
Yeah, still lots of basketball to be played here for the end of the season. So yeah, just adjustments need to be made here for the boys in white as they find themselves down by 4 here to start off quarter number 2, 22-18.
You gotta think the boys will be awful pleased to be back at home. They had a really hard start to this schedule on the road against Redeemer and Sheridan. Lost a couple of tight games there. Also dropped one against Mohawk on the road. Team starting 0-3 for the first time since 2012. Looking to right the ship as Humber's hosting the CCAA championship this year, hosting Nationals from March 19th to 21st. Humber's going to have a spot in that tournament being the host. So plenty of time for preparation as they try to get ready for the big stage.
Yeah, and even though they kind of get the automatic place in the Nationals when you're hosting it, they still want to prove that, you know, they're a team that deserves to be there at the end of the season.
Absolutely. Medaled last year. I'm sure another medal will be even sweeter on their home court. Jalen Morgan with the shimmy out to Fauzi, and that's good.
Fauzi Muhammad has himself a couple of three-pointers here in this one.
And Fauzi's closing in on the program record for career threes. As we see Johnson get another bucket from the Falcons. Mike Dvorak for the Humber Hawks at 114 in his career. Fauzi, I believe, is now 28 made three-pointers away from taking that crown. That pass will miss the mark, intended for Justice Salmon. See Jalen Morgan here. Out to Fauzi, who's been money from distance. That's his bread and butter.
Yeah, Fauzi having himself a 41% three-point percentage, excuse me. He's going to be taking a lot of looks from beyond the arc.
Instead, drives here. In the corner, it's Salmon. Working on the baseline and came out. Coach Marco Tullio wanted to travel there. Gets the whistle regardless. A lot of communication with Samson Downey and his players on the floor.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's going to make sure that everybody on his squad is on the same page. Shot clock winding down.
Fauzi with the shimmy. Comes up short on the three-point attempt, but sure looks as though Fauzi Muhammad is feeling himself early on in this contest.
Yeah, so far looking comfortable from beyond the arc. Just important to see if Humber can make that, give him enough space for him to effectively shoot that three-pointer.
Austin doing everything he could. Can't get the layup. A nice rebound from Jalen Morgan. Here's Justice Salmon. Finger roll won't go. Hawthorne Wade back the other way for the Falcons. Malitic. That one will clank out. Khalid Ismail on the fast break. One man to beat. Offensive foul. You said it earlier, Matt. Those could start to be a problem there, as Ismail had one man to beat and went right into him.
Yeah, that seems to be the difference maker here in this one. Plenty of chances for Humber, but they're almost robbing themselves here with these offensive fouls. So they're still close. Only 5 points behind here. 26-21.
Two-possession game at the Hawks' Nest. That three attempt, no good. Defense battling here. That one gets away. Just held in, trying to find Malitic. The Humber Hawks basketball as the foul will be charged. A hold on Marco Malitic. Marco Tullio wants an explanation. He's not going to get one. Let's see what Cy Samuels has in store for this possession. Travel the call on Jalen Morgan there. A little too happy with the feet. Jalen coming off a phenomenal season. He was named a first-team All-Star in the national tournament. He was a leader last year. Really the undoubted leader this year. Team's gonna look his way.
One of the few fifth-year veterans on this Humber team.
That one gets away from McKendy. Able to regain it. Finds Johnson. Two-handed slam. Johnson puts it away with authority. Lead up to 7. Fauzi thought about going from range, thinks otherwise. In the corner it goes. Daquan Kaskar for 3. That's good. Malitic looking for his response. But look here at that big slam, first of the day for Johnson. Went down hard there, seems no worse for wear. This one out to Akendi. Three-point attempt is good. That one coming from Hanani Yajulu. Falcons just able to maintain this lead. Hawks keeping it close.
Yeah, Humber's doing everything they can to try to keep themselves in this one.
Jalen out to Kaskar. That one will miss. Jimmy Rich with the offensive rebound, trying to play it in. That'll ricochet off a few arms and head out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit of a fortunate bounce there for Jimmy Rich, as decided to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he should have. but it's still Humber ball either way.
Kaskar looking for space. Instead, he finds Samuels.
Shot clock starting to wind down.
Morgan with the spin, able to tip that one in, getting his own rebound. Nice play from Jalen.
A good individual effort there by number 13, Jalen Morgan. As you said, getting his own rebound there, going hard to the basket.
Maltic with it now. Kaskar keeping close. Nice move by Marco. Puts that one up and in, and the Fanshawe bench is loving that one.
And Marco is showing that he's a little bit more than just a sharpshooter. Drive into that basket.
Kake Kaskar with a response for the Hawks. That's a big one there as Fanshawe is going to call a timeout here. Nice work by the Hawks to get that quick response.
Yeah, really good response there by Kaskar with a couple of threes to his name here early in this one.
After that three-pointer, an immediate timeout from Tony Marco Tullio. 5:21 to go in half number one. It's been an entertaining ball game so far. Similar pace to that women's game that we saw earlier. It's run and gun, no time to waste. Both teams trying to work in a hurry.
Yeah, I would just say the difference is that Humber's just having a little bit of a harder time finding success on the fast breaks. But when they're able to get their feet underneath them and move the ball the way they want to, turns out like it's working.
Absolutely. Fauzi Muhammad, as expected, has been a big part of this offense. He's made a few threes on the day today. And the three ball was really the game plan last year. The Humber Hawks nailed 224 three-pointers in 2018. That's a program record. They also led the OCAA. A little bit of a shift in game style this year. Not as much of a perimeter team, but could certainly get it done from beyond the arc.
Yeah, clearly showing it here in this one that they still can drop the ball in from beyond three, as that's what's keeping the Humber Hawks in this one so far.
Just a two-possession ball game. Hawks are no strangers to close games. Their first three have all been tight as DeAndre Austin goes up. Johnson gets a hold of it. Jalen Morgan with the rebound. Big outlet pass to Daquan Kaskar, keeps his feet in. Possession's gonna stay with the Hawks there. That's an athletic play from Daquan Kaskar, almost like a wide receiver out there, making the catch and making sure those two toes get in.
Yeah, whatever you can to make sure that you have possession.
Jalen Morgan through a sea of red gets it done.
Yeah, looking like a Spanish bull going through that red flag to get to that basket. Doing a really good job using that big body and as well avoiding the offensive foul. Instead, he's going to go to the line.
3 or 4 Falcons flying around him, but still, Jalen Morgan able to soar to the hoop.
And he's going to make good on the three-point play, as now the Hawks closest lead now, only down by 1.
They've stayed within striking distance. A big defensive possession here. Three-pointer out and in. Nice work to tip it out, but it finds the hands of Fauzi. Kaskar. Money.
Kaskar starting to feel himself. Couple of three-pointers in a row. Now gives Humber the 2-point lead, 35-33.
Ujulu finds Austin going up and making a play as number 8, DeAndre Austin. Jalen working there with Fauzi, the give and go. Jimmy Rich on the inside. That one will just roll out. Back come the Falcons. Austin against Fauzi, kicks it out to Hawthorne-Waite. Referee rules that he stepped out of bounds. Humber Hawks basketball. Tie game here in the home opener at the Hawks Nest, 35-35. 4 and change to go in half number 1.
Humber doing a really good clawing back from a 5-point deficit, giving themselves a lead here. Now tied up.
Jalen with the step back off the glass. Jalen Morgans did a nice job of really manufacturing looks for himself when it doesn't look like it's possible. He's still able to get a shot off. That outlets pass to Kendi pulls him out of bounds. Hawks trying to take advantage of that Fanshawe error, looking for a lead in this one.
And points on turnovers were a real difference maker in the ladies' game before. We'll see how effective Humber can be at scoring off of turnovers.
Fauzi finds Daquan, looking for a screen from Jimmy Rich. He'll get it. Kicking it out to Jalen Morgan.
Shot clock winding down.
Fauzi, that one rolls out as Marco Melitic comes back the other way.
Fauzi doing a really good job applying that defensive pressure.
Fauzi working hard to the basket. The trailer unable to make the play, but Cy Samuel chases it down. Looking for assistance, it's Fauzi. That one clangs out. Foul charge to Jimmy Rich there. Third foul already for Jimmy Rich. Plays an aggressive brand of basketball, but that's exactly what you look for out of Jimmy. He's playing his role.
Yeah, he's always playing hard and tough on that ball. Just unfortunate the fouls have not been going his way.
Excited to see how Rich kind of evolves into this veteran role. Last year, he's more of a rotational piece coming off the bench. Hawthorne Wake clangs out that three-point attempt. Just to continue on that Jimmy Rich point, he would come off the bench. He would come up with one or two huge two-handed dunks, get the crowd going, get the bench going, and then head off for a breather. They're going to rely on him a lot more here as Justice Salmon finds his mark from range. Another one of these fresh lineups, fresh faces in the lineup for the Hawks. Justice Salmon making a good first impression.
Yeah, one of the few first years that the Humber Hawks are sporting, and he's showing exactly why he deserves to be on this squad.
Intercepted by Johnson. Take a look at that big shot coming from Salmon. He knew it off the hands. That's a pretty looking stroke from the brand new Hawk.
Yeah, good look there as he had plenty of room and time to make sure he was nice and comfortable to take that three.
Number 22, Alfred Johnson. Fifth-year player for the Falcons. Only fifth year on the roster. 6'6" out of London. A lot of size, a lot of skill.
Yeah, one of the leading scorers here for Fanshawe, averaging 21 points a game.
Cy Samuel. Nice work to find Justice Salmon. He went to the rim, ball knocked away. Kevin O2 darts in and makes good on the layup attempt.
Yeah, good job by Humber sticking with that offensive rebound. Still able to get something out of it. So two flying to the basket for that layup.
Nice ball movement here by the Falcons. Austin working in against Jalen, knocked away by Cy Samuel. Commotion under the net. Johnson can't come away with it.
More good defense by Humber. Cathcart's gonna get a nice look.
Nice look, and he makes good. No mistake, Daquan Cathcart.
Spaloosh. It's number 7, Cathcart. He's having himself a night here with a number of threes to his name.
Malitic misses on that attempt. Cy Samuel back the other way. The Hawks now with momentum on their side. Here's Jalen Morgan. High off the glass. That one rattles out.
Yeah, couldn't quite get that one to go. As Humber with their biggest lead of the game so far.
Final minute of half number 1 as Daquan Cathcart knocks that one away. a urgent timeout called by Marco Tullio.
Trying to get another look at that Cascar 3 as he had plenty of time and space, as that's an easy one from beyond the arc.
And Tony Marco Tullio is heated. On that Fanshawe bench, he's not too pleased with some of the defensive assignments that his side is making. A much more calm, a much more cool Samson Downey, as usual, talking things over with his assistant coach.
Yeah, definitely a difference in coaching style. As Fanshawe head coach, he's been pretty emotional since tip-off.
Yeah, Samson has stepped into this role and really blossomed. In his first year, he was named the West Division Coach of the Year, the fourth Hawk in program history to ever do it. The Hawks playing well on home court. The first time they've been in the North Campus gym in this 2019-2020 season. Dropped their first 3 games on the road to Redeemer, Sheridan, and Mohawk. Trying to get back to the style of play that won them OCAA silver and CCAA bronze last season.
And if there's a building that the Hawks are going to get themselves back into the win column, it's definitely in their own building. Sporting almost 300 wins in this building lifetime for this team.
Malatic working on the inside. Going down hard there was Jalen Morgan. Nice to see him back to his feet. It's Jalen Morgan who's charged with the foul there as he took the brunt of the blow from Marco Militic. So we'll take a look here. Militic charged in the basket. Referee ruled. Didn't have his feet set there. Defensive foul. Talked a few times about Marco Malatic and his role as a sharpshooter, especially from distance, but he hasn't shown much fear charging into the paint.
No, you're exactly right. He's picked his spots pretty well to drive to the glass. And for the most part, it's been working for him. So that's definitely a key piece that Humber's going to need to watch out for, as Malatic is doing it in the paint and from beyond the arc.
So there's the foul. Charged to Cy Samuel. That'll put DeAndre Austin on the line. He's had a pretty good day. 5 points for him. Justice Salmon on the rebound. He'll find 0-2. Salmon with some nice ball movement, finding Fauzi. Out it goes to 0-2. With a nice move to get on the inside. Blocked away by Johnson, and that'll do it. Here in the first half, your halftime score, 43-41. Nice work by the Humber Hawks to claw their way back into this game.
Yeah, Humber doing a really good job staying in it, as they had a little bit of a slow start in quarter number 1, but bounced back in quarter number 2, now leading 43-41 going into the half. And I would say if there's anything that is a standout, is definitely the foul trouble. Humber's got to do their best to try to stop fouling on the offensive side of the ball and keep Fanshawe off the charity stripe in the defensive end.
Humber trying to do more of the same in half number 2. We're going to take a break for halftime for Adam Lucier and Matt Caldwell. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with second half action. back live inside the Hawks nest for the Humber Hawks home opener against the Fanshawe Falcons after one half of action. The Hawks maintain a slim 2-point lead. I'm Adam Blucher, along with me, Matt Caldwell, and a pretty good start for the Humber Hawks. Had to claw back in this one, and they had some big performances from some big-time players.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start, but they did start to pick themselves up there in quarter number 2 as Daquan Cathcart off to a blazing start with 16 points, made 4 3-pointers, and he attempted only 6, so absolutely dealing from beyond the arc as well. Jalen Morgan doing a really good job, 4 from 9 from the field goal percentage. And then on the other side, Alfred Johnson's been the one who's doing most damage with 13 points to his name, as well as Marco Malatic doing his thing with 12 points. So both sides doing a really good job on the offense. As you see right there, a nice tight 2-point game, 43-41. And I'm sure we'll see the hot offense continue.
Yeah, it's certainly been a good one. And for this Humber Hawks team, they do have a little bit of turnover coming into this year. They're missing 3 of their top 7 scorers from last year. You touched on that, Matt. Daquan Cathcart, Jalen Morgan have all been dynamite as they've had this halftime lead for the Hawks, and that's that veteran core. That includes Fauzi and Jimmy Rich and others that are really going to need to catapult this team into national contention.
Humber definitely looking comfortable going into the second half here with the lead, as whenever you have that little bit of a cushion is always nice. But they cannot get complacent, as Fanshawe is still going to come right at them, nipping at their heels.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. A rough start for the Hawks so far in this one, and a rough start to the season if we're being brutally honest. But in that first half, they came back strong. They find themselves with the lead, and that's exactly what they're going to try to do with their remaining regular season schedule, as they're trying to claw back from the 0-3 hole they find themselves in.
And as well, Humber having a little bit of a tough start to start the year with 3 road games. First home game of the season, as they are nice and comfortable here at the Hawks Nest.
Yeah, these schedule makers doing these Humber Hawks absolutely no favors. You mentioned it, Matt. Those 3 games on the road to get things started, and you're not facing bottom of the barrel programs. It's the Redeemer Royals, Sheridan Bruins, Mohawk Mountaineers also have a quality program going there. So certainly a difficult start to this season.
Yeah, difficult to say the least. 2 of those losses did come from nationally ranked opponents. So if Humber really is going to want to be competitive at the end of the year in nationals, they do have to play a little bit better against those national rivals.
Absolutely, the Humber Hawks getting an automatic berth into the CC AA Nationals as the host. March 19th to 21st will be the tournament, as we'll crown the national championship right here inside the Hawks Nest. Last time the Hawks hosted the tournament was back in 2001, and they became the 2nd team ever to win the national championship at home. And to boot, a pretty cool story. The CBC followed the team throughout that season as they went on to win nationals at home. A pretty cool documentary. If you're a fan of Humber Varsity Athletics, be sure to check that one out if you haven't seen it. Hawks looking for another storybook ending to this year. Still some work to do. So they're going to try to close out the Fanshawe Falcons here in half number 2. Daquan Cathcart, one of the first half stars, tracks down that pass, going hard to the rim, taking a lot of contact. It'll be Cathcart drawing the foul there, none too pleased. Second foul of the day for Daquan. Here's Johnson over to Malatic. Back to Johnson, give and go. Nice work by the Hawks. 3 white jerseys around him. Believe that was Fauzi getting up there to punch that one away. Inbound to Austin. Kendi on the perimeter. Johnson working against Jimmy Rich. 2 big men doing battle there. Advantage Rich, as it'll be Hawks basketball. Still looking for our first points here in half number 2. Cy Samuel spins away into the corner. Morgan No good on that three-pointer. Here's DeAndre Austin. Austin kicks it out now. Ujulu. Nice work by Fauzi darting in front of that pass. Fauzi for three. No good as that one rims out.
Got a blistering start to this quarter. It's been pedal to the metal. Skarsgård's going to draw the offense foul.
Nice work there, drawing the foul. That's something that the Hawks have struggled with. You see Marco Maletic working hard. Skarsgård doing what he needs to do to draw the foul. Samuel dribbles this one over half court. Daquan has been the spark plug of this offense. You see Jalen Morgan go up, drawing the foul there. Alfred Johnson with the foul there, his second of the contest. Jalen Morgan finds himself on the line. Has yet to miss a free throw all season. I wanted to wait to say that before that one dropped in. 100% free throw percentage for the veteran, Jalen Morgan. Austin working against Fauzi. That one deflected away, controlled by the Falcons. Ujulu misses that jumper. Maletic with the rebound, able to put it away. Jalen Morgan slowing things down. Here's Cy Samuel. Back to Morgan, behind the back he goes. Fade away is good. A pretty looking play from Jalen Morgan.
Yeah, pretty looking play to say the least. Creating a little bit of space for himself with that dribble behind the back as he makes that two-pointer easy peasy.
Maletic into the paint, getting it done. Working well out of the paint is Marco. Cy Samuel looking to distribute this basketball. Inside it goes to Fauzi. That one just rolls out. Nice work by Fauzi to get the rebound. Can't get the putback. A travel called against the Falcons here. The ball's going to go back the way of the Hawks. Cy Samuel having a conversation with the referee as we take a look at that last scoring play.
That little step back jumper there from Jalen. Easy peasy, good to go. Humber leading 47-45.
Cy Samuel has been the catalyst of this offense here in the second half. Fauzi for three, that one's good. Puts that one over Marco Maletic to extend the Hawks lead to 5. Fauzi doing what Fauzi does best. Samuel back away with it now. Hawks with some momentum. Jalen kicks it out to Kevin O2. Works around his man. Layup won't go. Big rebound there, able to draw the foul. Nice work by Cy Samuel there to control it. Fauzi, no mistake.
All of his points have come from beyond the arc, scoring 9.
Trying to close in on that program record. Jimmy Rich has struggled a little bit from the free throw line in his career, but made good there. Nice to see an improvement in his game. Hawthorne away now on the perimeter. Ujulu finds Austin. A lot of white jerseys there as DeAndre tried to work through. Samson Downey unhappy with that foul call. Thought his team was in the right. Stepping up off the bench is Trey Wilson. To make way for Trey, Cy Samuel is going to check out, a much-deserved break. He's been busy in these last few minutes. Humber faithful. Get behind the team there as Austin bricks that second free throw attempt. Nice work by the Hawks to get it away. They have numbers. Falsey gonna slow things up, trying to maintain the handle. That running floater off the glass and out. Trey Wilson running back to defend. Quick pace continues here.
And a little bit unfortunate, for the Humber Hawks in that last half break as they tried to give it to Fauzi Muhammad. Just didn't have quite the handles on the ball he needed to give that three-pointer a good look.
Yeah, that was a 4-on-1 break there, and Fauzi had those eyes like saucers looking up at that rim from three-point range and just lost control.
Yeah, just getting ahead of himself just a little bit too much. Tried to slow himself down just a little bit here going forward.
Hawks lead by 5, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter here in the Humber home opener. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. Foul charge to John Akendi. That'll be his second foul of the day. With that second foul, Akendi will step out, making way for Adrian Stevens, first-year player from Toronto. Jalen Morgan no good on the jumper. Kevin O'Toole cannot control the rebound. Possession maintains with the Hawks. Kevin O'Toole. And Jimmy Rich turned away from that pass. Luckily, Jalen Morgan able to clean up the mess. Puts up the jumper. That one clangs out. Sampson thought Jalen was fouled there. May have been right. That pass up. Nice work to keep it in. Johnson can't make the basket, but does draw the foul. An athletic play from the Fanshawe offense.
Yeah, almost looked like they tried a bit of an alley-oop there. Didn't quite get the pieces to fall where they needed to, but they were able to draw the foul as Johnson is going to take 2 from the line.
Johnson finding himself a little bit of a home on that foul line. He's been there quite a bit tonight. Big man drawing a lot of contact. Now just a one-possession game. Fauzi working off the screen to Jimmy Rich from deep. That one off the back of the rim. Jalen Morgan coming in with a whole head of steam, taking out the legs of Hawthorne-Waite. Certainly seemed like some incidental contact there. Jalen Morgan had his eyes on the ball. Fanshawe now in the bonus after that last foul. .5'9", Hawthorne-Waite makes good on both of those free throws. Working down the court, it's Khalid Ismail. Kevin O'Toole, last year's OCAA Rookie of the Year, all-rookie team. Ismail, that one no good. Out it goes to Daquan Cascard. High off the glass, no good.
Humber doing a really good job so far here in quarter number 3 to get on top of their offensive rebounds. running all over the court, making sure that they're tracking that ball down. Try to expand this lead as much as possible.
Cathcart last season became a member of the 500-point club with the Humber Hawks. And he's got a pretty good shot to enter the top 10 all-time scorers in program history if you can continue this hot start. A present-day stud trying to become a legend of this program, Daquan Cathcart. Gonna have a big opportunity with Nationals at home this year to make a big name for yourself. Gajulu finds Austin. Inside to Johnson. One-on-one with Jimmy Rich. Khalid Ismail coming in to help. Out into the corner, it's Stevens. Airballed that one. Cathcart away, 0-2, Fauzi. That one blocked, looking for the goaltend. Appears as though we will get the goaltend on that one. 2 points for Fauzi, a nice tic-tac-toe play from the Humber Hawks. Kendi inside to Ujulu, knocked away by Fauzi. A lot of tension in this building right now, an awfully tight game. Anani Ujulu. Just 4 points separate this team. Desperate Humber Hawks team looking to pick up their first W of the season. Hawks have never lost at home in the Samson Downey era. A perfect 9-0. In the corner, it's 0-2. That one bounced off Khalid Ismail, a heads-up play by DeAndre Austin.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that play. Almost going out of bounds there. You need to do everything to get that ball going off of a Humber player to keep the possession in your hands.
Kendi gonna dribble this one over half court. Adrian Stevens inside DeAndre Austin. No good from distance. Hawks coming back quickly. Foul charge there.
Looks like it would be a travel on number 11, 0-2. Couldn't quite get the ball out of his hands quick enough there with that pass.
Had his head up the whole way, maybe just wasn't paying attention to the feet there. Easy mistake to make as possession goes the way of the Falcons. A one-possession game here, 3 points separate either side. Johnson unable to put away the putback. Kevin 0-2 into the paint, kicks it out to Cathcart. That one will bounce out. Justice Salmon getting up in the air to get that one. Here's Fauzi. That pass deflected, taken away by Johnson. 3-on-1. Offensive foul called. Daquan Cathcart flexing the muscles, drawing the charge there, getting the bench fired up.
That is the aggressive play that Humber wants to keep doing and trying to avoid that offensive foul. They were able to get the call on their side that time, and that could be a game changer here as Humber might be getting a little bit more comfortable driving to that glass.
We'll see if that's a momentum swing in this contest. Kevin 0-2 back with it. Ismail from the corner. Back come the Falcons. It's a Kendi. Stripped away.
Good defense there by Daquan Cathcart.
And Daquan Cathcart putting his team on his back in these last few possessions. Working hard, showing that hustle. He's getting rewarded for it.
Cathcart doing everything he can to try to help earn his team's first W of the season. So he's going to take a few from the charity stripe.
North York native good on attempt number 1. Ever since halftime, the Hawks have held on to a slim lead. Went into half 43-41, Hawks now 58-53. The Falcons very much still within striking distance. Hawthorne Waite in the middle it goes, taken away by the Hawks. They have numbers now, it's 0-2. Out it goes to Kaskar. Darts in like a hot knife through butter. Dacon Kaskar with the layup. Wasting no time, it's Austin the other way. A quick response by Fanshawe. Siobhan Noel. And that one gets jammed up there. You don't see that every day. Siobhan Noel showing off the hops. Just gonna get that a little more lodged. Let's see what you got, Siobhan. Pretty good. Nice work. Siobhan Noel making his North Campus Gym debut in his second year of OCAA eligibility. He played last season with the Vanier Cheetahs. Making the move to the 6 this year. Malatic, good from 3. Now just a 2-point game. Marco Malatic hadn't called his name in a while. He's getting back into it. Here's Noel. He'll find 0-2 on the baseline. Justice Salmon. Offensive foul called. Taking contact there, DeAndre Austin.
And once again, really good ball movement there by Humber, ruined by an offensive foul. So that really has been the story here in this one.
Offensive fouls galore in this game. So we take a look at that Malatic 3. A big one for the Falcons. Chance to take the lead on this possession.
And if Fanshawe can get Malatic going here late in quarter 3, it could be bad news bears for Humber.
This one knocked away. Khalid Ismail on it. Underhand layup, no good. Justice Salmon coming in with a big 2-hander. Won't count on the scoreboard, but the fans love it regardless.
Yeah, a little bit of oomph on that put back there by Salmon.
Good hustle there by Khalid Ismail. Earning himself a spot on the line. Taking off the warm-up kit. That's Khalid Adam. Another one of these brand new faces in the Hawks lineup. Adam is an interesting story as we see him check in by Jalen Morgan. A native of Qatar. He represented the Qatar national team in the 2016 FIBA Asian Challenge. So no stranger to some big-time games. A little bit of an issue with Adam here. Some type of equipment malfunction will cause him to head back over to the sidelines.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a broken shoelace.
So it looks as though a blown tire is keeping Adam out of this game. Ismail makes good on the free throw attempt. Now Adam will check in. Number 10 in white, making his Hawks Nest debut. Falcons really spreading the floor here. Find themselves down 4, a minute and change to go in the third quarter. Marco Malatic thought about three, instead pulls it down. Gets away from him. Nice work to regain possession. Malatic again from the corner, and that one's good. How about the sharp shooting of Marco Malatic?
Yeah, and that's a real important basket there, as that pulls the Fanshawe Falcons within one, 62-61.
Last minute of play here, quarter number 3. Daquan Cathcart, the mid-range jumper, no good. Kevin O'Toole able to leg that one down. Cathcart slowing the pace. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Need to put something up. Cathcart goes down hard. Not the possession the Hawks were looking for as we take a look at that last Fanshawe basket, evading Daquan Cathcart and finding nothing but net. Smooth stroke of Daquan Cathcart on display there. Cathcart gonna get another opportunity. Trying to extend the Hawks lead. DeAndre Austin in the paint, knocked away. Strong defense here by the Hawks. Ismail, here's Cathcart slowing things down. 5 seconds remain in the corner. Something's got to go up. Cathcart high off the glass. The circus shot won't drop. After 3, it's a 3-point lead for your Humber Hawks over the Fanshawe Falcons. And we have been treated to 2 excellent ball games here tonight. It appears as though this one's going to go right down to the wire. Be fun to take another look at this Cathcart attempt. See Ismail in the corner. And how about the acrobatics?
Yeah, trying to do everything they can to expand their lead going into the last quarter. Still sitting pretty there with a 3-point lead. But with the way Fanshawe has been playing, this one certainly is not over yet.
Be fun to be a fly on the wall in that conversation as the Humber coaches talk things over. Tense moments, I'm sure. This team obviously had high expectations coming into this year. A little bit of a sluggish start to the year. Certainly were competitive this whole season. They've dropped 3 very tight games, and they find themselves in yet another one here.
Yeah, exactly. You said it. They've had 4 tough-fought basketball games so far in the season. And, you know, a couple of bounces go their way, and they could very easily be 3-0, not 0-3. So Humber doing a really good job answering back after the tough first 3 games. Now here back at home at the Hawks Nest. Find themselves sitting pretty comfortable right now with the lead.
And maybe this tough strength of schedule early on the season could be a blessing in disguise. This is a team that has to get ready for nationals. They're going to be playing the best of the best this nation has to offer. So why not, right off the bat, get your feet under you, get the team gelling, get the chemistry going against some of the best in the province, because that's what you're going to be facing all season long.
Yeah, as well, when you usually have a road-heavy schedule at the beginning of the season, you're most likely going to have a home-heavy schedule in the last half of the season. And with how well Humber does play here at the Hawks Nest, that can be a really good thing for them going into the end of the season.
20 regular season games for the Hawks. 9 of those will be here at the Hawks Nest, so definitely a schedule that favors the road games. Khalid Ismail with some quick hands here. He'll find Kevin O'Toole. A nice move there to find some space. Shot clock running out. Kevin O'Toole off the glass.
Kevin O'Toole calling bank and going off the glass there. So now Humber extends their lead to 5.
In the last quarter of action here from the Hawks Nest, 5-point lead. Kendi, that one bounced all around, finally through.
And a really good play there by Johnson, recognizing the double team on him and giving it right back to the player on the perimeter to get that shot to go.
Quick pace to begin this corner. Here's Justice Salmon working hard to the hoop, doing everything he needs to do to get two.
Yeah, the first year doing a really good job using that strong body and going straight to the orange basket.
Kendi and Johnson working together. Here's Marco Malatic, finds some space. Can't find the hoop. Back away it goes Salmon. Kevin O'Toole will settle things down, now driving. It's Ismail. That floater won't go, getting his own rebound and getting the bucket. Khalid Ismail.
And that's one thing the Humber Hawks have done a really good job here all throughout this one. Is following up on their offensive rebounds and getting them to go.
Big possession here for the Falcons, down 6. It's a Kendi for 3. That one is good. A big shot there for John Kendi.
Yeah, back-to-back threes there from Kendi. He's doing what he can to keep his Falcons in this.
Kevin O'Toole at the top of the arc, gets a screen there from Jimmy Rich. Into the paint it goes. Rich trying to tip that one in. Can't do so. A lot of contact under the rim, and there will be a foul. Number 2, John Kendi is charged.
Yeah, it looks like Salmon will take his throws from the free throw line. As you know, even though he hasn't been a huge presence in this game, Justice Salmon showing that he can be an effective tide of the battle.
First-year player out of Mississauga, finding his role in Samson Downey's team. Salmon makes good on attempt number 1.
And even though these Humber Hawks haven't really seen too many looks from the free throw line, only being second lowest in the league with only 49 at the start of this one. And Humber's done a really good job of capitalizing on everything they can get from the charity stripe, even though it doesn't come very often for them.
That's a good point. If you're not going to be there often, you might as well be efficient when you find yourself on the line. At the very least, Humber has been able to do just that. Maltic in the paint. Whole lot of Hawks around him. Conversation with both coaching staffs here. Head coach of the Fanshawe Falcons, Tony Marco Tullio, in his 8th season at the helm. 4 assistant coaches, John Colefield, Dave Sewell, Greg Robertson, and Dave Hawkins. Trying to guide a comeback here by the Falcons. Humber maintains a 3-point lead. Number 3 with it, that's Fauzi. Foul charge to number 1 on Fanshawe. Carter Hawthorne-Waite. 4 fouls on the day for Carter. Kevin O'Toole. Inside it goes to Cy Samuel. Trying to work the baseline, deflected out by DeAndre Austin. It appears as though we're going to have Jalen Morgan back in this ball game. Also coming in for the Falcons, number 11, Adrian Stevens. Here's Jalen with it now, going to shoot right away. That one clangs out. Back comes Austin. A little bit of a shuffle there as he misstepped. Rich charged with another foul. Trying to keep himself out of trouble, big Jimmy Rich. He's an important part of this machine. Up and no good, as Fanshawe is having a little bit of a difficulty with these high efficient shots, but at the very least they're finding themselves to the foul line. And that's another foul to Jimmy Rich, now up to 4 on the day.
Yeah, having himself a little bit of foul trouble here in this one. We are getting close to game end, but either way, as you said, he's a real important part for the Humber Hawks on the defensive side of the court.
Alfred Johnson pulls the Falcons within 1. We're gonna have ourselves a finish here as that's turned over to Stevens. He'll find Malatic, and he'll find a 3-pointer. All of a sudden, the Fanshawe Falcons take a 2-point lead. A big shift in momentum here. We'll see how the Hawks respond. It's Daquan Cathcart, and it's a pretty looking layup. Got ourselves a tie ball game.
Yeah, that was an important possession for Humber to get themselves back into this one, but another response once again there by the Fanshawe Falcons.
Back and forth we go.
It's going to be important for these Humber Hawks to make good on every possession they get.
Shot clock running out. Jimmy Rich can't get that one to drop, but will find himself with the foul. Tony Marco Tullio believed that foul should have went against Jimmy Rich. Appeared as though he wrapped his arm around Malatic. The referee saw it otherwise. Jimmy Rich came into this game 2 for 6 from the free throw line, but he's looked pretty impressive so far today. The old commentator's jink back at it again. Under 6 minutes to go here, a 1-point game. Stevens for 3. Nice work to keep that in on the baseline. And now it's a 3-point spread by the Falcons.
Humber maybe getting a little bit lazy there with that ball in the baseline. Trying to let it just go out of bounds, but a good play there to keep it in.
Kevin O'Toole kicks it out to Fauzi in the corner. Here's DeAndre Austin. He'll find Johnson. Johnson gonna do it himself. Went up for the dunk. He'll take a layup instead. We're gonna have ourselves a timeout. Samson Downey wants to talk things over with his fellas. They've given up a lead here. Now a 5-point lead for the Falcons. So we'll take a look at Johnson.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly things can turn here, as Humber was sitting nice and comfortable in the 3-point lead to start this one. Now find themselves down by 5.
They got 5 minutes to work, certainly within striking distance.
Yes, certainly. Just as quickly as this score turned 80-75, it could turn 85-80 here. Just as quickly. Humber definitely going to look for important stops here, as they've got to limit the amount of baskets Falcons get to try to limit their lead.
Pretty interesting to see the difference in these timeouts. You see the Humber coaches all talking a little circle there, while there's a little bit of a players-only meeting going on the bench, and on the other side, Tony Marco Tullio right in the thick of things with his Fanshawe players, letting them know what's on his mind. So different coaching styles, both certainly effective with 2 of the top basketball programs in this province.
Yeah, and sometimes maybe just that all-player meeting, maybe you can get something going that the coaches might not think about. That could be exactly what Humber needs here to get themselves back into it.
The Hawks looking for a spark. Cy Samuel finds Fauzi. Here's Samuels in the paint, kicks it out to Daquan Cathcart. No good from three. Coming in is Justin Salmon, couldn't get the putback. Out comes Marco Malatic. Methodically dribbling this one. Johnson loses the handle, back the other way. It's Jalen Morgan. Gets the basket and the foul. So some confusion there on who was getting the foul. It's DeAndre Austin charged 8 on red. Fanshawe bench beside themselves as we'll take a look at Jalen Morgan coming away with it. So the original call was against Humber, changed afterwards. That's the word we're getting, so understandable why that Falcons bench is fired up, having that call flip-flopped on you.
Yeah, a little bit upset is the Falcons bench, but this could be just what Humber needs to get themselves back in it, and unfortunately wasn't able to get that free throw to go.
One possession game, Ujulu to Austin. Johnson working in the paint, no basket. Foul, white 9, that's Cy Samuels. Fourth foul for Samuels. Something to keep an eye on with 4:04 here to go in the fourth.
Still lots of time here for both teams. One possession game, as you mentioned. 80-77 here with 4 minutes left in quarter number 4.
Up and in, Marco Malatic. That's a big bucket for these Falcons. But instead, take that basket off the board. We have ourselves a foul. That's going to go against Malatic.
So we get another look here to see what exactly went down.
Tony Marco Tullio having a chat with the referee. Referee over to explain things to the scorers table. A few controversial calls here late in the fourth. It appears as though there was a technical charge. Marco Malatic. So we're going to take one more look here. Back in action, it's Cy Samuel with it, working against a Tupple Falcons. Able to find Justice Salmon, finger roll, won't go. But he'll draw the contact, and that's another foul against DeAndre Austin.
Another 2 important tosses from the charity stripe here for Humber, as this could bring them within a 1-possession game.
They've had plenty of opportunities from the line here in the fourth, trying to make the best of it. Justice Salmon. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. Big rebound there by Jalen Morgan. Good hustle. Morgan puts it out there. That one's taken away by Austin. Nice work by Fauzi to punch that one out of his possession. We're going to have a timeout, it appears. Tony Marco Tullio wants to talk things over. His team has a 3-point lead with 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. An important few possessions coming our way.
Yeah, with the game winding down here, only 3 minutes and 34 seconds left. Definitely, Humber needs to start getting the ball to the basket, as they are starting to run out of the time.
The Humber Hawks have certainly had the number of the Fanshawe Falcons as of late. They came in today with a 10-game win streak against the Falcons. Last time they lost going all the way back to January 9th, 2015. What a big moment this would be for the Fanshawe Falcons. The Hawks' Nest, always a tough place to play, especially during the home opener. So you take a look at that great crowd coming out to cheer on their Humber Hawks.
Yeah, we got a solid crowd out here for this one. These Humber fans are going to try to get behind their team here to help them through this one.
Hawks Nation as strong as ever, and wouldn't they love a comeback victory here in the home opener.
And those Hawks fans acting as the sixth man on the court for these Humber Hawks.
DeAndre Austin against Jalen Morgan. He'll go up off the glass. Seems as though every possession, Marco Tullio wants an explanation from the referee. Can't believe some of these foul calls. Jimmy Rich coming back into this game for the Hawks. You see DeAndre Austin take his spot on the line. Both teams now in the bonus. Hawks faithful trying to throw off DeAndre Austin. Able to silence them on attempt one. Now a two-possession ball game. Austin is 2 for 2, a 5-point spread. Hawks looking for an answer here. Fauzi directing traffic, working around Militic, trying to find Rich on the bounce pass, unable to do so. Johnson back the other way. Great work by Daquan Kaskar.
Yeah, really good effort there, putting a hand on the ball and having it go off of Alfred Johnson. So that is going to be potentially a game changer here for the Humber Hawks late in this one.
Kaskar saving 2 points off the board for the Hawks. We'll see how crucial that is. Jalen Morgan finds Justice Salmon. Daquan Kaskar, no good, just short. Jimmy Rich with the offensive rebound. Jalen Morgan, miscue as well. So missed opportunities here for the Hawks. With just 2.5 to go, they're gonna have to start making good.
And unfortunate there for Humber, as they've been oh so good with getting their own rebounds and turning them into points. That time not doing anything.
Alfred Johnson drawing yet another foul. He's been doing it all night long. The big 6'6" man getting into the dirty areas. Lead now 6. Kevin O'Toole hopping off the bench for the Hawks. O'Toole is going to take Salmon out of this one. The veterans now on the floor for the Hawks. O'Toole, Morgan, Muhammad, Kaskar, and Jimmy Rich on the floor. Jalen on the perimeter. It's O'Toole for 3. Once again, off the rim and out. Fanshawe trying to extend this lead. It's Johnson. O'Toole now with it. Finds Kaskar. Driving his way into the paint. An offensive foul. Daquan Kaskar with the charge. A big sigh from the mouth of Samson Downey, not the possession he was looking for. Tough play there. Got to give credit to Cathcart, trying to play physical, but just a little too heavy on the contact.
Yeah, Cathcart trying to do everything he can to keep his team in it, driving aggressively to that basket. Just unfortunate there with the offensive foul.
Adrian Stevens with the finger roll, and that one's popped up and in for the Falcons. Lead all the way up to 11. That one's good. Kevin O2. A big basket here with 90 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Humber had a couple of attempts at that three-pointer, and they're finally getting it to go. Is O2.
Alfred Johnson. A lot of contact in the paint. Offensive foul call. Nice work by Daquan Cathcart. He's drew a few of those in tonight's contest. So see that three from Kevin O2. Here's Fauzi. 2-possession game. 6 points separate these birds. Jimmy Rich in the paint. Met on the block by Alfred Johnson. John Akendi into this game for Adrian Stevens. Timeout now for the Hawks. Seems about the right time for Samson Downey to throw up the tee, and what a big moment in this game. 6 points separate you, and you have 62 seconds to work.
Yeah, not a whole lot of time to work with, but definitely enough here for the Humber Hawks. As a couple of bounces go their way, and they could be right back in it.
Be interested to see what Samson Downey draws up. Take a look at the Falcons bench there. Trying to just hold strong, hold tight. They coughed up the lead in the first half. Went into halftime with a deficit. Nice work by them to find themselves once again back in the lead.
Yeah, to Fanshaw's credit, they've kept themselves in this game for as long as they can and taking advantage of some laziness there by Humber at the start of this fourth quarter.
Hawks have already showed an ability to go on a run and get back in this game. Gonna need to do it in a big way. Perhaps the most important minute of basketball so far in this Humber season. Trying to avoid going 0-4. DeAndre Austin with the inbound. Give and go. A full court press for the Hawks. Kevin O2 working hard. Here's Yajulu. Back to Austin. Falcons wasted some precious seconds off the clock. Possession gonna go back the way of Humber.
So here we go, another important possession here for the Humber Hawks.
Tension ramps up with every possession. Jalen Morgan gonna try to do it himself. That one off the glass and out.
Yeah, just a little bit too hard off the window there.
Fauzi's gonna have to foul there. 34 seconds remain. And it's about that time when the intentional fouls start coming out. Number 8 on the line, DeAndre Austin. Samson Downey letting the fellas know their assignments on this rebound opportunity. Kevin O2 with speed, going in all by himself, gets the tough layup. It's a 5-point game, final 30 seconds, a quick foul. This one charged to Fauzi.
Really good job there. Number 11, 0-2, to find that seam he needed to get to the basket and laid in nice, easy 2 points.
Extremely important free throw attempts here for Alfred Johnson. This one will make it a 3-possession game. Makes good, 91-84. Trying to figure out, a timeout's been called. Officials trying to figure out just which team wants it. Is it your timeout? No, it's your timeout. So apparently the issue there, both teams called the timeout. The scores table had to figure out who had first dibs. It appears as though Tony Marco Tullio was first on the trigger.
Yeah, Fanshawe just a little bit quicker on the draw there. As it's still a timeout for both teams either way. Get themselves on the same page, get them feet under them.
Yeah, both teams on the same page there, throwing up the tee at the same time. Seconds ticking away in this timeout. We'll have 22 seconds remaining in this contest. The Fanshawe Falcons trying to advance to 3-2 on the year. They've picked up wins against Conestoga and Canadore. Dropped 2 contests to Sheridan and St. Clair. See Samson Downey there in the thick of things, talking things over, went 17-0 to begin last season. Trying to avoid going 0-4 to begin the 2019-2020 season. Some more confusion here as Samson Downey and Marco Tullio are going to meet with the official at half court.
We're still just trying to get everybody on the same page here for the last 22 seconds.
A whole lot of hands being thrown up in the air here. Some confusion still stemming from that double timeout. But it looks as though we're just about set to get things underway. The final 30 seconds here in the home opener. Kevin O2 gonna try to do it himself. Can't get that layup to drop, but he will find his way to the line. Marco Tullio laying into Malatic there, none too happy with the foul there. Some big shots here for Kevin O2. His team finds himself down 7.
Important couple of free throws here for number 11, Kevin O2.
Came into today 4 for 6 from the line. First one is good. Back to being a 2-possession game. 20 seconds remain on the clock. Two for 2 goes 0-2. for the Falcons, trying to waste away some precious seconds. Daquan Cathcart with the quick foul there. That'll send DeAndre Austin to the line. For the Hawks, they need Austin to miss these shots and come back in a big way. It's been an intense final minute here at the Hawks Nest. Both sides taking things gingerly. A lot of talk, a lot of timeouts, making sure everybody's on the same page. No time for some big mistakes.
Yeah, that little bit of a chess game being played here late in this one. Deciding on when they should take fouls, when they shouldn't, when they should take their timeouts, and when they shouldn't.
That's what the Hawks needed. DeAndre Austin misses that first attempt. Hawks fans starting to rumble. Austin goes 1 for 2, 6-point spread, 16 to go. Jalen Morgan pulls up, can't get that shot to drop. Adrian Stevens on the rebound, and he'll get the foul. So it appears as though it'll be too late for the Humber Hawks, as Adrian Stevens works his way to the line. A tight battle all the way through, came down to the wire. Fanshawe surged ahead here in this second half, found themselves down 2 at the break. Fanshawe coaches barking, no foul, no foul. And with under 5 seconds remaining, we're gonna have ourselves an inbound. Fauzi Muhammad finds Jalen, puts it up. That one will clang out. Fauzi with the putback will drop as time expires. That'll add 2 more points on the board, but it won't be enough as the Fanshawe Falcons take out the Humber Hawks in another tight contest. The Hawks move to 0-4 on the season. Fanshawe now 3-2. Another difficult night for the Hawks as they drop their home opener. And for the Fanshawe Falcons, a huge win coming off of a big-time program.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there, as that was not the result Humber was looking for. Getting off to a pretty decent start, having the lead going into the half, but falling apart a little bit there at the end of quarter number 3, and they drop this one 94-88.
That will do it for the basketball home openers. The women pick up a big win. The men drop another close one. That'll do it for us from the Hawks Nest. For Adam Luescher and my broadcasting brother, Matt Caldwell, thanks for tuning in to HSN. We'll catch you next time.